We are bringing you a productive caddis dry fly for you to try on your local waters. The egg-laying females are a sought-after hatch for trout, and this fly is easy to tie in small sizes. Brent will be tying on a size 16 curved caddis hook and using 8/0 wax thread. The egg sac is green cheeky UV. The body is kapok dry fly dubbing and ribbed with brown perdigan body. The wing is short deer hair. Let's go to the bench.
Good day everyone, and welcome to another segment on the bench. Today I'm going to bring you an egg laying caddis, which is a great pattern. I'm getting ready to hit my local streams here, so I'm getting my boxes filled up. The most important part of getting ready for your fishing trips or wherever you may be going is do your research. Find out what colors are these bugs that are in your local waters, the waters you're going to be visiting. Okay, so get online or wherever you need to go and get the colors, the sizes of the flies that you're going to need. So there's you're targeting. You can actually match the hatch, if you will. So very, very important. There is some good patterns out there that are suggestive and kind of work anywhere, but you definitely want some patterns that match the hatch, because that could mean difference if you're having a great day or just kind of a field trip. So let's get a hook in the vise and get to work here. Well, this is size 16. For me, it's kind of a smaller size. What I'm going to do, I do have my little cheaters. I got my magnifying glasses here 2 times. I'm just going to wear those. Helps me on my little guys. I'll dress this as an 8/0 classic wax thread I like, or just a standard wet or wax thread, I should say. I like to use that when I'm working with hair. I don't like the slippery threads. You got to go around so many times. It's my preference. You can use whatever you like. I know there's some really small threads out there. Now this is the UV glow, and I'll show you 2 products that I use for the egg sac. Quite important, you want a nice little green egg on the end there. Not very much. I used to use a Uniglow in green. That works for you. You can find that somewhere. Go for that. This is the cheeky UV, nice UV. You can also just use some bright green thread. Here's some 6/0 thread. That'll work great too. So I'm going to put in the ribbing here. I'm going to be using translucent brown perdigan body. This is really fine. Makes a nice rib on these little flies. There we go. I could have used some flat thread until I got to my tie-in with the hair too. That way to thin my shank down a little bit too. Okay, so then I'll come in with some kapok dubbing. This fly is pretty much all tied with Semperfly products. Good stuff. You can use whatever works for you there, what's available. This is kapok. This is actual dubbing that floats. I used to make life jackets with this stuff. And it'll just, my Norvise, I can really get a nice job of the dubbing done. I got these fibers kind of sticking out. It's going to really help with the buoyancy of this fly. And I'll rib it with the perdigan body, which is a very nice shiny little rib. That adds a lot to the fly patterns. I use a lot of that for ribs. Get that off. Now, when you're working with hair, it's always, you got to have the right hair. Now I'm selecting, this is a very kind of, it's not a fine hair, I would say. This is a little bit coarser, a little bit thicker, which means it's more buoyant, but it's got nice short tips. It's going to be really hard to stack, but I'm just going to clip it off the hide, get it in my fingers here, and then I'll just get anything out that way too long. I'm just going to work with it in my hand here because the stacker really doesn't do it any justice because it's too short. Come out about to the end of the body or less. Take a soft turn. I'm pinching on the side of my hook, and then I'll pull up. A little tighter turn, I pull up. A little tighter turn, pull up. Okay, about 4 turns with that wax thread, and that'll hold your hair in place pretty good. Otherwise, with that flat thread, like I say, it's so slippery, you're going to have to go around there a bunch. Now, I like to use a half-hitch tool sometimes on little dry flies. Just a little hole in the end there. You can put 2 on if you like, and then 2 or 3 of those half hitches on there. Then I'll come in and give it my head a little trim job. Make sure I don't have any hair at the bottom. We want to make sure that's what the fish see. I'm really more critical about what they see from underneath, what the fish is looking at. That's what I look at when I'm tying flies. If I got something not right down there, I want to fix that. Right there. The flies or the fish are going to be probably not as fussy as some of those tires are, but anyway, want to make them look right. Got the little head on it there. There. So that's going to get the job done for you there. It's good to have little cheaters here I can see. On my camera even, I got it zoned up a little bit too, so it even takes my little, if there's any error mistakes on there, it even magnifies them a little bit. But that's okay. That's good. And pretty easy for a 16, and works really well. So another little tip I want to show you here while we're talking about dry flies is a friend of mine, I used to guide with him on the Bow River. He said, have you tried this Agra fly floating? And I said, no, I never heard of it. He said, it's a pre-treatment, and you soak put your flies in there. It's just like water. Let it air dry, and he said it is just, he swears by it. So I picked some up, and I'm going to pre-treat a lot of my dry flies before I go to the water, before I have to grease anything up. I think they're going to be the way to go. So here's your little egg laying caddis here, folks, and get your 3 and 4 weight rods out this spring, or whatever you're out in your favorite streams, and you'll have good luck with this one. Make sure you match the color of the flies you're imitating. Get the colors and sizes down. So all the best. We appreciate you watching.
Thanks to Brent for sharing this productive caddis fly with us today. We appreciate you visiting us again on the bench. Please check our online webpage or our YouTube channel for lots of fishing episodes and seminars along with some great tying demos. Take care and conserve our waters.